So one of the biggest challenges is what it's always been, and it's equity. And so equity across children with learning disabilities, children that don't come to school with the same background, and being able to make sure everybody has a level playing field and being able to be the bridge and using technology as that bridge to move them forward so that they have all options available to them. And then what do I see as opportunities? That is embedded in there, and the opportunities are the personalization, and it's also going to be an opportunity for the students who don't yet know everything. Let's bring in more technology resources to sort of bump up what they didn't have as a life experience, and then also extend for those students that are gifted. So we're not marching along to the same beat, but everybody is marching to their beat.
I think, as always, money, budgets, and how to spend the money wisely. I think that's one. I think two is a tendency for organizations to want to choose a blanket solution as opposed to streamlining or dedicating solutions to a particular department or a particular course. I think that's a second issue. A third issue would be the rapidity of change. So you just may arrive as an organization at a great solution, and then before you finish deploying it, the technology has moved on and changed, and you've got to go through the whole process again.
One of the biggest challenge that education world finds is finding the right tool, and that is one of the biggest challenge. The second one is having the money for it, and the third one is the buy-in from the faculty.
I think one of the challenges right now about working in educational technology is the focus is too much on the technology. And I think what we need to start doing, and we talked about it yesterday, is looking at ways that technology can be used to enhance the learning and stop focusing so much on the technology itself.
I think that's the biggest challenge for the industry is, and it's been talked about here, is that if you create something using a technology because the technology is cool, but don't think about how much effect it has in helping a student learn, then you're kind of wasting your time. So at Harvard, and actually a lot of institutions here, and partly it's self-selecting, right? If they're here, they care about this topic. We really started with the pedagogy and how we teach, and knowing that that worked in the classroom, built our platform around that pedagogy so that we would have a higher chance of success. And so far, our indications are that it works very well.
Okay, so one of my biggest takeaways was the testing. I agree with him 1,000%, and the district where I'm at is pushing for authentic writing, but it's not authentic writing if we aren't using all the communication devices that our students know. I mean, we have to embed video, we have to embed what's their music. I mean, all of that is a part of them expressing themselves, and so authentic writing without that piece really isn't authentic writing. So I look forward to being able to have that discussion within my school.
Opportunity for enriching your own practice is greater than even people immersed in it realize, and then to spread that out to the kids and help them in a more deeply, more meaningful way.
I see artificial intelligence coming in very quickly, and also augmented reality, and I'm looking forward to that myself, and I hope it comes in my lifetime as a teacher and an educator. So I'm looking forward to those two. The first thing I really liked about this is an opportunity to talk to people and get something and give them also something at the same time. It's very enriching, and at the same time I have seen people from all walks of life. So we have people from Microsoft here, and also teachers and superintendents and IT administrators. So that's been a really enriching opportunity for me to talk to all of them separately.
I'm sure, like many other people have mentioned, I love the opportunity to network with a lot of other participants here. We're a smaller conference, so that's been great. And one big takeaway I want to take away from this is the student panel. I loved having the student voices up there, talking to all the administrators and the coordinators about what's important to them. So I'd love to do that in my milieu also.
The kind of takeaway for me is that there's no corner of the world where people aren't thinking about this and figuring out how best to make it work. The pace and the risk people take is probably going to be different, though. I think in the US and Canada, people have been a little more cautious in some cases. I think in other parts of the world where there's no opportunity to wait around, you're going to see a lot more risk taking. And that may be where the really good ideas come from, to be honest, because of that.
Inspiring, challenging, and collegial.
Variety, intensity, and timeliness.
The first thing that comes to my mind is professional learning community. It is a cliche, but I think this is what it is.
Fun, dynamic, and intimate.
Good time investment.
I'd say it's very provocative. I mean, it gets us thinking about the things we were just talking about before. Very collegial, like it's fun. People are open the kimono and share everything they've learned, good and bad, about what they've done. And I guess the last would be fun. I mean, I've had a great time here, and usually we expect that at a conference. But partly because of how congenial it is, I think it makes it even more fun to sit at a table and just talk to people about their experiences in a really relaxed way.
Corporations, money, possibilities.